Hey you! Yes, you, watching this video. Do you want to own a piece of Scribbler? Only not a lock of hair or blood or flesh or anything else that will get you in trouble with the law? Well, now you can, with t-shirts, hoodies, tote bags and mugs featuring Obab Scribbler at her Teespring store. You know you want to. I shall now stop talking in third person and send you on to the video. Be lovely to each other and enjoy the show!
Ponytails. Read by Scribbler.
Oh, hi there, Sugar Cube. What are you doing out here? Come to get some apples right off of the trees? Well, you ain't gonna find any better than these here on Sweet Apple Acres. Now, I ain't never seen you before, so I figure you're new to these parts. Here, I picked these here apples this morning, and they're as big and juicy as you could ever hope to find anywhere else. Sink your teeth into them and sit a spell. It's a mite hot today, and I need to take a break anyway. My name's Applejack, by the way. Woo, doggies, kicking them trees has right wore me out this evening. Let's sit here under this here tree and cool off. I sure do love summer, but it gets mighty hot and roaming around the orchard all day can plumb tucker you out. It's nice and cool under here. I could about go to sleep. Is this the first time you've ever been on a farm before? Ha, city feller, huh? Ain't nothing wrong with that, don't blush. Some folks are meant to be from the city, and other folks from the country, I reckon. The country? I like it out here. It's nice and quiet, and there's lots of room to do what you want. Folks don't pry too much, which is good, I think. I'm guessing you're headed to Ponyville. It's a right good town. I've got a lot of friends there. It's also my main market for all these apples and some other crops we grow here on the farm. We? Yeah, my family. There's a few of us. Big Macintosh is my older brother, Apple Bloom's my younger sister, and Granny Smith is my granny. She's a bit too old to help with the farm, but she still does a lot of things to help. She's the only one that knows how to make Zap Apple jam, although I think she's teaching it to Apple Bloom. Huh? You ain't never heard of Zap Apple jam? It's special. Real special. I ain't got any at the moment, or I'd let you try it. The only other family member is my dog, Winona. Where'd she get to? She's been getting a mite bad for wandering off on her own. She likes to root around the compost heap for food, or sometimes go into the ever-free forest. She drags the darndest things out of there sometimes. Let me tell you the story of how I got Winona. Really, she's Winona the Second. Kinda funny, naming her after the original Winona. But maybe I'm just not bright enough to come up with another name. Big Mac named the first one. I was willing to just call her Dog or Collie, being as that's what she is. Well, let me tell you while you finish them apples up. So, me and Winona, the first one, mind you, was good friends. She was the best partner a pony ever had. We used to corral cows and sheep and all manner of other beasts together. She was pretty smart, always picking up on things I needed her to do and doing them real quick like. We used to enter rodeos together. Heck, she helped me win the lasso competition by rounding up the calf that was running around on its spindly little legs. We were a good team. Well, time moved on, like it does, and she got too old to rodeo properly anymore, so I retired her. It was a pretty good life she had going on. She wasn't taking her retirement as an end to work. She dashed right up and helped me do all manner of things, even though she was supposed to be taking it easy. Sometimes I'd march her back into her little house and tell her to sit tight and take it easy. Well, just like Winona too, Winona liked to nose through the compost heap. Compost? Oh, well, if the wind blows the right way, you'll catch a whiff of it. It's foul smelling, but it's a necessity here on the farm. We use one of the old fields to keep it. One far enough from town that folks won't see it or smell it if it's a windy day. We gather up all the cut grass and leftovers of a harvest and pile it up in that old field. Not only that, but we have an outhouse that backs up to it. Yeah, I know, it's a little gross, but there ain't no better fertilizer than manure. We empty it into the field, along with all the manure from the cows and chickens and pigs. We also dump our pesticide barrels in there. It raises a huge stink. But come spring, when crops are trying to grow, it really perks them right up. They'll grow big and tall like an old oak tree in half the time it normally should. You see, the heat gets hot. Real hot. Especially on days like this. But it's normal to see steam rising up out of the thing in the middle of winter as all that mess decomposes and breaks down into its base parts. That's what we slop onto the crops to get them to grow. Works wonders, I tell you. Anyway, so one night I'm out late and working, well, let's just say I had to go, and getting back to the house was gonna be a mite tricky. So me and Winona hightailed it to the old outhouse. I'm in there doing what I had to when I heard Winona started barking. She had better hair than I did, and I expected some old raccoon or possum or something that snuck out of the everfree and was nudging through the heap. I don't think nothing of it when I hear something tromping through the heap a whole lot bigger than a raccoon. Winona starts growling and barking up a storm. All the while, I'm just trying to hurry up so I can see what she's so upset about. I was figuring it was a timber wolf or something like that. Now, that old outhouse being made of wood meant that they probably tear it down in a minute or two and use it to make themselves bigger. Timber wolves can regenerate with wood, usually living wood, but I've seen them use planks before, so I was trying to get out there quick like. Winona runs off. I expect trying to drive it off. I start hollering, "Come back here, Winona! Don't go after it!" 'Cause them things would eat a little dog like her up. It's about that time. I hear her yip and whine. Something had got a hold of her and good. I knew that sound. She only made it when a bull had stepped on her tail or something, which meant she had just got hurt. I hear it again for a second, and then it just goes dead in the middle, like something that made her go quiet all of a sudden. I'd started crying. She was my dog, and a close friend of mine. I had to make sure she was okay, and I was certain she'd done been killed by those darned old wolves. I kinda forgot myself and come busting out of the outhouse, not caring what was out there anymore. It was too dark, and I couldn't see anything. I started hollering for Winona, but all I could hear was something moving through the compost heap. Hold on a minute. Did you hear something? Winona! Winona! Darn, I really gotta make her mind better than this. She's getting too frisky. Anyway, so I grit my teeth and start walking through the heap. The corn stalks from the recent harvest had made it walkable, but a couple of times my hooves sank in weak spots and covered me up in filth to my knees. I'm stomping through that black stuff and hollering for my dog when I hear something move out in front of me. I stiffen up and a chill runs through me. Something ain't right. Something definitely ain't right. "Winona?" I called out, scared out of my wits when this thing comes slithering through the compost like a big old snake. The thing pumps his head out of the trash and its mouth is nearly as big as me. Needless to say, I'm scared to death and freeze. See, it got a lot of legs, like a big old centipede, except its body is see-through. You know, not completely, but like a bowl of apple jelly. Sometimes Granny likes to put apple slices in jelly, and you can see him floating around in it. Well, it was like that. I scream and start to run when I see Winona looking at me from inside its jealous snake body. She's wiggling like she's trying to get out, but I could tell from the look in her eyes that she was dead. Part of that thing now. I turn and run. My legs ain't never moved that quick in my whole life, and the whole time that thing is chasing me. I can hear it getting closer. Its big mouth is full of rotten corn stalks and bones of other animals that have been eaten, serving as his teeth and chomping away at my rear end. Somehow, I get out of the heap and turn to see if it's still chasing me. It was. The thing rose up on its hundreds of legs and made this squeal like a pig and a wolf mixed trying to howl. I just about gave up when it howled like that. Flat scared me to death. I just kept running though, and spotted the manure cart on the hill just a short distance away. I knew that thing was gonna eat me if I didn't try something, so I ran as fast as I could to that cart, the monster right behind me. How I got there first I'll never know. The thing was quicker than lightning, and I think maybe it was toying with me. Or maybe it, absorbed Winona and got her memories. I like to think the old girl slowed that thing down just enough for me to get ahead of it. I get behind the cart and duck out of sight, waiting on that monster to catch up to me. I hear it getting close, and I jump up, rearing my back legs up and putting everything I have into one hard kick. The cart goes flying, catching that thing square in the chest. One of the steel handles come loose and cut its neck, something fierce. I walk around to it, rearing up to stomp that metal railing through it, cutting its head off. A funny thing happened. I look back at the thing, obviously hurting, and see this look come across its face that I just can't describe. I just couldn't finish it off. So what do? I end up knocking that cart off of it and taking care of the damn thing. I named it Winona, after my dog. And I'm glad you're here. I've already fed it Big Mac, Apple Bloom, and Granny Smith, and it's been going into the forest for food. Sometimes it brings out things as big as a bear inside its see-through belly. I just knew it would be a matter of time before it ventured into Ponyville. Maybe after you, I can find something else for it to eat. Whoa, Sugar Cube, don't you be getting up and trying to run off. No, I got my rope here, and I done told you I was a rodeo champion. If and I have to, I'll buck you right hard with my back legs. And a lifetime of kicking trees has made 'em pretty strong. You just sit still. Here comes Winona now.